It's time for your daily 447 segment where we talk about the latest Brandon Aiyuk video brought to you by Henry's Tire. We need a sponsor for this.
And it's at Frustrated Fanbase. Give them a follow if you're frustrated, irritated, and disappointed that this thing keeps on coming and won't die. Tune in for 447 every day. Brandon Aiyuk does something, and it's irritating because there's no progress. And all he has to do is show up, and he'll get himself cut, but he won't do that. He just keeps going to IG. More coming later. Jackass.
Call Laura Gonzalez from sales
to get it sponsored.
Tell her we need a sponsor for our daily Brandon Aiyuk video listening session that we all do together. I mean, remember, he has to go to the facility to get cut, and he has not done that yet. People refuse to talk about this part of it that are saying he's a victim, that the 49ers are the bad guy. He's got to go to be taken off of the did not show up list, which he hasn't done. He just keeps telling them to cut him. So we've got actually a couple developments on the Brandon Aiyuk front. The first was that he posted a picture of a game ball, it would appear. So maybe he's hanging out with a commander. I don't know if that's Jaden or somebody else or how else he would have gotten a game-issued football. Maybe it was just given to him. I don't know. The best sport in the world, the best league in the world, the best team in... I can't even say it with a straight face. This is his caption. This is what he wrote. The best sport in the world, the best league in the world, and the letter N, and the best team in the world. And it's an NFL standard issue, Roger Goodell signed, commemorated game football that was given out to somebody with the Commanders logo there, seal on it. So that's good. That's exciting. So he's got that. He also posted a new video, Danny. Would you like to hear that?
Yeah.
This is Brandon Aiyuk's latest video.
And if I'm crazy or if I'm capping, tell them boys cut me today. And I'll sign with the Commanders tomorrow. And we'll see who capping.
So quickly, I want to
summarize,
try to, if I'm crazy or if I'm capping. So he's saying...
It is incumbent upon you, the viewer, to inform the San Francisco 49ers to release me. And at that time, I will then sign a contract with the Washington Commanders. And then we will see who, in fact, is deliberately spreading falsehoods. That's what that was.
Capping... but nobody's saying you don't really want to sign with the Commanders. He's acting like someone's pretending like he's not going to sign. He's like, oh, release me. I'll sign with him. You'll see. I don't think anyone at this point thinks he doesn't want to sign with the Commanders. Is that a knock?
I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Who is he arguing with exactly?
Again, I don't know. I don't know who's out there. I don't know what he's reading or seeing or hearing because he's speaking to somebody. It's my least favorite genre of thing where someone picks some sort of tiny little opposite point that either does or doesn't exist in some corner of the internet and goes, I'm going to argue with that. And it's like, okay. Nobody was debating you, dude, about any of this. Like, I'm not debating him about anything. See what I mean?
He does hear that people think he's crazy. I took that out of.
I did take that away. Yep.
Because a lot of people have suggested he's, and I don't make light of this, or I'm not making fun of this, that he has a CTE issue or there's some kind of head trauma at play here, and you've seen players have issues before, and that there's some kind of early onset situation happening. And I hate that type of analysis or just loosey-goosey take being thrown out there because it's such a serious, real thing that players deal with. Every time someone is acting a fool, it doesn't mean that there's some major mental deficiency, that there's some major mental issue. It could just be that he wants to take to social media to get out of San Francisco. It might just be that. Play the clip again for me. If I'm crazy or I'm capping, then cut me, and I'll sign with the Commanders, and then you'll know that the Niners are capping.
And if I'm crazy or if I'm capping, tell them boys cut me today. And I'll sign with the Commanders tomorrow, and we'll see who capping.
Adam Schefter was talking about him and said teams are actually backing off of their interest. Not to say that there would have been a huge market because of the injury the year and a half since he played.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter to Brandon Aiyuk as long as one team is interested, and that's the Commanders. That's the team he wants to play for. And the starting quarterback in the face of the franchise here is his best friend. So you got it in. My guess is as long as Jaden Daniels is ultra interested, the Commanders will be ultra interested in the wide receiver. But Schefter said that these videos, that the social media posts, they're not helping him.
I think every time he opens his mouth, he damages his standing with other teams, and he scares other teams from bringing him into their organization. And I just think he doesn't realize that. He thinks he's helping the situation. I don't believe that to be the case. And speaking to teams, everybody's saying, what's wrong with this guy right now? Like, it's unsettling to watch him. It's scary to see how he's handling himself. And by the way, he's still a member of the 49ers organization, still, the team that paid him, and he's saying go Commanders, which clearly is the team that he would like to go play for, being that he played with Jaden Daniels at Arizona State, so we'd like to go rejoin Jaden Daniels in Washington. I haven't asked Washington, I'll have to give them a call, their thoughts on signing Brandon Aiyuk, bring him in. Maybe for all we know, they're planning on doing that and it'll get done, but I know, having spoken to them leading up to the draft, they had some questions at that point in time, and I would imagine they still exist. What I would think happens here is most of the NFL is shut down. They're not in the building. This is the one time that everybody can get away. And I would imagine that when the 49ers get back and reconvene for training camp, right around there, I would think that they wind up releasing Brandon Aiyuk.
I would love for that phone call to happen that Schefter was talking about. Maybe I'll reach out to Washington, give them a call. I would love for him to do that. I spoke to folks there in Washington, and they're not interested. It's ridiculous that someone would do any of these things. One is disqualifying, 77 are embarrassing. That's what I hope happens with that phone call. They're not interested. And then they kind of go, no more. That's my hope. That's not going to happen.
He used the word that I used a couple weeks ago. I completely agree with this word, unsettling. His actions and antics and the way he's behaving is unsettling. It is uneasy. It's uncertain. There's a volatility to it that is strange. I mean, you have interactions sometimes with people that you just, like one interaction and you go, that was odd enough that,
that
it
was
like
weird, man.
critiques how you now feel about that person.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
That's what these are to me. They're not disqualifying, but they're unnerving in a sense, and there's an uncertainty around them. It's strange. George Kittle's his longtime teammate in San Fran, and a buddy of his. In fact, I had one guy that was really upset that I didn't want Aiyuk for a while. They kept screaming at me on my Instagram DMs, Grant H. Paulson, about how, ask George Kittle. That's what he kept saying. George Kittle loves this guy. Ask him. Ask George Kittle what he thinks. What do you know? George Kittle loves him. This was George Kittle on Pardon My Take, Barstool Sports.
How good is he still? Like the last time you saw him play, like how excited should I be to probably have him on the Commanders?
The last time I saw Aiyuk was, call it week 6, 7, or 8. I don't really know. But I used to make it a habit of mine to go out early in the morning before meetings to watch him train because he'd always be out there early. And I watched him run over 22 miles an hour and stop on a dime. So he's still got it. Mm-hmm. Or at least, that was 8 months ago. So I don't really know. But yeah, you guys have fun with that, I guess.
Yeah, thank you.
That's perfectly put.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with that.
Perfectly put.
I guess.
Still got it. Have fun with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have fun with all that comes with it.
I asked George Kittle what he thought.
That's pretty funny. Of course, the you meaning he's talking to PFT commenter who's a Commanders fan, DC area guy who loves the Commanders, and he goes, "You have fun with all that comes with that." I don't remember who it was or what the guy's name was, but he kept saying, like, talk to George Kittle. He'll tell you. And I'm like, okay. I don't get to talk to him very often, but I talked to George Kittle by way of Pardon My Take.
BGW, I spoke to George.
What do you guys think after the latest Aiyuk dropped? 800-636-1067.